Welcome to round one of my lifted Tacoma, my 2019 TRD Off-Road 4x4 long bed. Started out with just the stock suspension. I bought this truck used, had about 19,000 miles on it. Ended up reaching out to Eibach. This is round two because I put it on the 4Runner as well, my 16 TRD Pro 4Runner, and bought this truck to replace my 4Runner. And I'm on the fence right now. I'm not sure which truck I'm gonna keep, but I do love this Tacoma. I wish it was a 20 because they put the power seat in it. This one still does not have it. I put the seat jacker front 1-inch lift on the seat, helps a lot. But let's talk about the suspension. So this is, not my first experience with Tacomas or lifting multiple different Toyotas over several generations of trucks. And I've really been impressed with Eibach since the very beginning. You've seen my other videos. I've used their standard pro kits in several trucks, a 17 Tacoma, my 15 4Runner. It goes without saying. If you've ever got to experience it, yes, the ride quality is amazing. Performance-wise is incredible. And they definitely the same thing with this one with their new 2.0 adjustable coilovers in the front and then the shocks in the rear. And we didn't adjust this one at all. We kept it straight out of the box, how it's sent to you. Did not adjust it. At this point, this is 3 months later, it has settled a little bit more. And I get a little bit of rubbing, not on the body mount, but just the standard plastic. Everyone's biggest question or concern, I think, is always like, does it rub? And I'm like, pretty much they're all gonna rub. You gotta trim a little bit of plastic out. Not noticeable, not anything where you're gonna be like, compromise your warranty or anything like that. But yeah, you're always gonna have to trim some plastic out, pretty much right behind the fender wells and in front of the fender wells. Not in the back, only in the front. It's pretty standard on most of the Toyotas. They made these fender wells really tight in these trucks. I'm clearing 2570 R17 to KO2s. These are the rims and tires that were on my 4Runner, and I swapped them out, and gives a nice little stance, a little bit outside the fender well. I don't know, at this point, I'm gonna crank up the coilover a little bit more in the front, give it about a 1/2 inch more. I think it came about 2.5 out of the box when we did our initial measurements. And I did a 1-inch block in the rear, but I have the camper shell, which is pretty heavy snug top. And I'm gonna change that 1-inch block to a 2-inch block. I don't wanna do an out of leaf because it usually makes it a little bit stiffer, depending on who you go with. The Toyotech one, I think, is kind of the best one. That doesn't add any stiffness, but the installation makes it a lot simpler just to do the block. You could always replace it with a new leaf pack. Also, remember, keep in mind that Eibach designs these suspensions so that you can keep your upper control arm, the stock one. That's why they come preset at 2.5. Once you go past 2.5, most suspension companies will recommend you do upper control arms. This one I did not. You can tell my 4Runner I put the JBA upper control arms, but I haven't had to, and we'll see. I'm gonna crank this up a little bit more. I'm gonna try to go with a 1/4 or a 1/2 inch more, and try to go at full 3 just to clear the tires a little bit better. But I just turned my wheel well, as you can see where I'm at right now with these 285s. Okay, so if you have any questions about this one or any other ones, please leave it in the comment box and get back to you. And like I mentioned, I bought this truck to replace my 4Runner, but I don't know, we'll see. Next episode, I'm gonna have a comparison, Tacoma versus a 4Runner. Maybe you guys can help me decide, but right now I am leaning towards the 4Runner. You guys let me know what you think.